Okay, so welcome to the How to Become WBE Certified webinar here at WeBEC ORV. Again, my name is Catherine Macon. I am the Marketing and Communications Manager here at WeBEC ORV. We also have on this call Angela Ruff, who is the Certification Specialist on our team. As mentioned earlier, she is having some technical difficulties. So if you have any questions really specific to certification, any forms or anything, I will do my best to answer. But if you could drop them in the chat, Angela will be able to provide a more detailed answer for you all. All right, on today's agenda, we did brief introductions earlier, so very nice to meet you all again. We're going to go through what WeBank is and what WeBank ORV is, what services we provide, what resources we have that are here to help you all. We're going to do an overview on supplier diversity. I'm sure you all know what that is, but just want to get a brief refresher on that. And then we're going to go through what being a WBE is and the WBE and WOSB eligibility, benefits of becoming certified, which will include the certification process, the steps that you have to take, down to the cost as well, and the importance of our platform that we use called WeBank Link 2.0, all the documents that will be needed, and our confidentiality and privacy statements. So moving right along, WeBank stands for the Women's Business Enterprise National Council. It is a nationally recognized third-party certifier of businesses owned, controlled, and operated by women in the United States. And it is the leading advocate for women-owned businesses in corporate, government, supply chains. WeBank works with 14 regional partner organizations across the country. You'll hear us refer to them as RPOs. That's what they stand for. And WeBank ORV is one of 14 RPOs across the nation. These RPOs administer the world class certification, the women owned business certification that comes under the umbrella of WeBank. And the WeBank certification is nationally recognized. So if you get, it doesn't matter which RPO you get certified under, you could get certified under WeBank ORV. If you're in this region, you all are. If someone was in the East region, they would go through WeBank East and so on and so forth. It is the same certification. You are just tied to whatever region that you live in to get certified through, but you are more than welcome to and you are encouraged to do business across the country with your certification. So once you kind of get in through this region, then you have access to the entire network across the country. And that network includes over 18,000 certified WBEs and over 400 corporate members. So about WeBEC ORV, we stand for, or our acronym is the Women's Business Enterprise Council, Ohio River Valley, and our vision is to be the premier resource for women-owned business development. Our mission is to lead through an innovative, collaborative, and engaged group of corporates, government, WBEs, and advocates. And we are a catalyst for growth and sustainability by adding more corporate partners and WBEs in the Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia region. So, with that, we provide certification, business training and development, networking, and matchmaking. And currently, within our RPO, we have over 1,000 WBEs and over 70 corporate members. Our numbers actually just got increased, so we are almost to the 1,100 mark with WBEs, and we have hit over 80 corporate members. So, our network is full and it continues to grow, which is a wonderful thing. For context, when we started back in 2009, we only had, I believe, 9 corporate members and under 400 WBEs. So we've grown exponentially in about 15 years, a little under 15 years, which is wonderful. So, about supplier diversity is a business practice that ensures the goods and services are derived from a diverse supplier base. I'm not going to go through each point because, as I said earlier, I believe you all do have a good understanding on what supplier diversity is. You all are diverse businesses. But we are here. The point of this slide is to really show that we are here to be advocates for you in the supplier diversity world. We provide our certification. We also have the access to our corporate member network, and we provide bids and opportunities that our corporates have that are available. We let you all know when they are available, how you can submit to them, and we also provide business development and training opportunities to help you not only prepare to submit for the bids, but to succeed once you have those bids. So it's a win win situation with our certification. For you, it helps your business stand out. And for the corporates, they really do seek out women owned businesses. So when they see that you've been certified through WeBank, they know the standard that we use to make those certifications. And there's a certain level of trust there that women own businesses that have been certified, they can not only get the bid, but they can get the job done, and our corporates have confidence in that. But on the other side, supplier diversity works on a lateral level too. It's not always about connecting with corporates or government agencies. One of our participants today said that she wasn't necessarily interested in that, but we have a lot of WBE to WBE opportunities, and we think supplier diversity is important at all levels. You don't have to be a corporate business to implement supplier diversity. You can do that amongst each other, and that is highly encouraged within our network. Again, this is 7 things to know about supplier diversity. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I am going to touch on number 7. You can have supplier diversity goals too. And that is what I was beginning to touch on in the last slide. It's important for you all to have supplier diversity within your businesses, just as important as it is for our corporates and our government entities. And we are here to help you make those connections so that you all can do that as well. So, what is a WBE? You've heard me say this acronym quite a few times already, um, but it stands for Women's Business Enterprise. You'll hear us obviously refer to the businesses as WBEs quite a bit. And just to note, the business is a WBE, not the person. A lot of people use it interchangeably, but it really does refer to the business enterprise. And WeBank WBE certification validates that your business is at least 51% owned, operated, and controlled by a female owner or owners. And a women's business enterprise is commonly referred to as a WBE, um, and it just signifies that the business has been certified through WeBank. So now we're going to get into eligibility requirements of the certification. So first off, it's important to go through this checklist and make sure that your business is first eligible. And then once you make that determination, then you can start thinking about, is certification right for your business? Because it's not for everybody, and that is okay. So our qualifications are, it must be a for-profit independent business. We do not certify nonprofit businesses. It must be 51% owned, operated, and controlled by a woman or women. The female owners are U.S. citizens or legal permanent residents. The female owner or other woman holds the highest office. Owner displays evidence of legal and managerial control. Owner displays evidence of contribution of capital and or expertise. Business demonstrates independence and ability to function on its own. And there's no size, industry, or length of time in business requirements. If you just started your business last week, you could get certified. It doesn't matter. It could be a solopreneur or you could have a staff of 500. It does not matter for the certification. And then what is WOSB? We commonly refer to it as WOSB, but it's WOSB. Um, and that is the SBA's Women Owned Small Business Federal Contracting Program. So we do have quite a few women owned businesses that go and get the dual certification because you can get it for free at no extra cost while you're going through the WBE application. That is highly recommended if your business requires that. If you work with federal businesses, you want to go after those federal contracts, absolutely add it on to your WeBank application for free. The other way to do it, you can do it directly through the SBA. It is your preference. But again, if you're going for both certifications, highly recommended that you just do it all in one fell swoop so you don't have to go through multiple certification processes because we will not we will not lie to you. It can be a process, a long process to get your information together and go through it. So one and done, highly recommended. At this point, I'm just going to ask, do we have any questions that I can answer for you or Angela can answer for you? If so, please feel free to drop them in the chat. Angela is monitoring that and we'll be happy to get address your needs. I'm going to allow a couple seconds for questions. I think we're all good, so we're going to keep going. So the WOSB certification eligibility, it's the same pretty much as the WeBank certification. You first need to make sure you meet the criteria for the WeBank certification, obviously, if you're going to get them both at the same time. But you also need to meet an approved NAICS code and SBA size standard. And you can find all that information on the SBA's website or as you're going through your application process, should you choose to via WeBank, we will have that laid out for you as well in our portal. The owner must devote a minimum of 30 hours per week to the business and must be registered in the federal system for award management, which is referred to as SAM. So once you have that SAM registration, make sure you meet the NAICS code. You can just add all that information on to your WeBank application. Now, it's time to decide if certification is right for you. And as I stated earlier, it's not right for every business. And again, that is okay. There are several different certifications out there that you could go after that may be better, or you might not even need a certification for your business. It just depends on your needs and your goals for your business. Perfectly okay. The steps that you should take if you are considering it is to make sure that you're clear on what your product, what your services target is. Can your business provide quality service and or products on large contracts? Is that something that you are really focused on or interested in the future for your business? Really should take that into consideration. Also, as I mentioned earlier, the certification process, the application process is a lot. It takes a lot of information, a lot of files to provide for us because we do properly vet all of our businesses, and that is why our certification is so trusted and sought after because of how thorough the certification process is. So we do require some legal documents and federal tax documents. Some people aren't comfortable with sharing that information, even though it is completely confidential. Some people aren't comfortable with it, and we understand and respect that. And then, are you clear that the WeBank certification is a marketing tool? It does not guarantee contracts. Again, as said earlier, we do want to help you. We do provide business development and training opportunities, networking, matchmaking, and we also um, let you all know about different bids and opportunities that our business, that our corporate organizations and government entities have. But we cannot guarantee that you will get any contract. We're here to help, but we can't make it happen for you. We're just an advocate for you all. So WBE benefits. The benefits of the certification are long, but we're going to go through a few. Across You get access to supplier diversity and procurement executives. Again, that goes to our matchmaking and our networking opportunities. We have several conferences within our RPO. We have our annual Catch the Wave conference, which I'll touch on later every year. But then Nationals, WeBank Nationals has a conference, and they also have several different symposiums or 2-day training opportunities and events that you all can benefit from and connect with these supplier diversity and procurement executives. There are formal and informal opportunities to pursue business. We have several networking events and programs. You become eligible once you get certified, you're automatically eligible for different regional and national award recognition, which is more marketing for your business and just helps to elevate you within our very large network. You can use the women owned logo on all of your products, and you can use the seal as a marketing tool on your website and business cards, um, capability statements, proposals, things like that. And then you also, which is the biggest thing, you have access to a community of supportive female business owners and like-minded professionals. WeBank really is like a sisterhood. Once you get certified and become part of the network, you have access to the women not only in our region but across the country. And it truly is like a sisterhood. And when we come together for our different conferences and events in person, it really does feel like a family reunion, which is nice to have that support group. Being a women business owner is a lot of work. You all know that. And it can be lonely when you are the boss. But having a support system you can go to and learn from really does make a difference. Now into this application process. Again, want to have time for questions. Are there anything that we can get to in the chat for you? Please feel free to drop them in at any point during the presentation, even while I'm talking. Angela will take care of your needs. Okay, so the entire process takes about 3 to 4 months, and it depends on the complexity of your business. Recertification is an annual process, but it is not as complex as the initial application process. So the first steps, as we discussed earlier, you should determine if you are eligible. Once you do make that determination that you're eligible and that certification is right for you and your business, you can compile all of the required documentation, complete your online application. Everything is online. Just want to make that clear. You don't have to mail anything in. It's all online. Once your application is sent in, it will be reviewed, and then we will determine if a site visit is necessary. Site visits are required as part of the application process, but there could be instances, for example, if your application packet is incomplete or if you um, don't have everything that's needed, then you won't automatically move to a site visit. But site visit would be the next step in the process after your file is reviewed. Then we'll determine if certification can be granted to your business. And if so, you're in. And once the site visit is completed, please allow for 30 days for notification regarding the final decision. The way that we work, we have a committee that does review these applications. And as I mentioned earlier, it is a thorough process. So once that's done, you might not hear back right away. That doesn't mean anything either way. We are just following our process and getting through all of our files that we've received. So now costs. That's the big question that a lot of business owners have. It is a non-refundable processing fee for new applications. So whether or not your business is certified, you will have to pay the application fee. And that goes for new applicants and recertification. The cost does vary though, and it depends on your annual gross revenue. That's reported on your federal taxes. As I mentioned earlier, we do require those tax forms because we have to thoroughly vet and cross check everything. And it's divided into 5 tiers for our certification fee. So the first one is $350, and that is for businesses that are under 1 million. Businesses that are between 1 million and 5 million, their cost is $500. Businesses that are between 5 million and 10 million, their cost is 750. Businesses 10 million to 50 million is 1,000, and businesses that make 50 million and above are 1,250. Now for the confidentiality and privacy. Your information is 100% secure and made private within our portals. That is our top priority. We take that very seriously. So you do not have to worry about anything in regards to your information being sent. Also, want to let you all know files are completely purged. If you decide to discontinue your certification once you do become certified, or if you decide to withdraw your application for whatever reason, or if certification is not granted to your business, your files are completely purged, discontinued, and discarded in a safe way. So we just want to make that clear. We use a portal which is called WeBankLink 2.0, and it has several layers of encryption. There are several confidentiality agreements that uh, our staff signs and that our committee signs. Confidential information is never shared. As I stated earlier, all records are purged if discontinued, and no documents or records are kept in a hard copy ever. Nothing's printed, nothing, none of that. It's very important to note that if there is an additional individual business besides the owner who is assisting with the certification process, such as administrator or consultant, please list them as the application contact in question number 17. If their name is not listed as a contact, we cannot discuss or disclose any information about the application to them. Also want to add to the confidentiality and privacy. As I said, confidentiality statements are signed or agreements are signed, but also NDAs are signed within all the staff and all of our committee members that help us. We do have a certification committee, and all of their names are confidential for that purpose. Okay, getting started. WeBank Link 2.0. This is the platform that you all will go to for your certification application. And if you are granted the certification, you will still have a portal in WeBank Link for all things within the network. So once you get into the system, you can click here to get back into your application, but you can get a brief overview on what the system looks like. So once you get in there, you can see what to expect. Right, this is just more of a snapshot of the platform. Once you've moved forward on your application, you will submit all of your documents here. And then once you have all of your information, signature, and then you'll submit it and we will receive it. We'll get a notification and our certification team will receive it and begin your intake process, which will be reviewing your file and making sure you have everything so you can move on to the next step in the application process, which would be a site visit. So getting started, you can find all of the documentation required at WeBank's website. We have the link to it here. I know you all can't click it because you are watching a webinar, but if you could take a picture of this page, and also remember this is being recorded and will be sent out to you all to review on your own time. But if you did want to check it out now, you can scan this QR code and it'll take you right to that web page. All documents must be uploaded through that WeBank Link 2.0 portal, as I stated earlier. And we don't accept hard copies, so you won't have to print anything, but we also don't accept things by email either, because we do want this is a secure process and we do respect that and we want to keep it that way. So please, please, please use that portal. You can email us for questions or you can call us for any questions that you might have, but everything must be submitted via the platform. This is just going over more information on the documents required. Again, things might be different depending on the business that you have, and this will go through the legal and governance, owner eligibility, financial structure, personnel, and as I stated earlier, recertification process is not as intense as this. Once you are certified, you will have to recertify every year, but you don't have to do site visits every year. Site visits, once you're recertifying, they only have to happen every 3 years. So much quicker process to recertify once you're in. So if you're a brand new business, What to send for some of those documents, because it can be confusing. All governance and eligibility documents, contribution of capital, 3 full years of federal tax returns, balance sheet and profit loss statements. Other things that may not apply: W2s, a list of employees, payroll documentation, lease agreements, loan agreements, etc. And also send a statement in a Word document explaining why this doesn't apply to your business, because we have to know that again so we can properly vet. Here's a few tips for quick and easy certification process. I'm going to run through each of them quickly, but again, if you have questions, more in-depth questions on any of that, please drop them in the chat and Angela will address it. So number one, create your profile in WeBank Link 2.0. Very simple. Submit as many documents as possible. The more, the better. The less is truly less, but more is better. So please submit as much as you have. Submit your application within 90 days. Once you start your application process, you do have 90 days to complete it. If you don't complete it during that 90-day time frame, you have to start all over, start from scratch. So please set a reminder, put it on your calendar to have a due date by, so you can get your application processed. Make sure your bylaw agreements support female control. Again, we are here to certify women-owned businesses, not a male-owned business with a woman as the face of it. Truly women-owned businesses. Please have female owner review everything before signing and submitting your application. Pay the processing fee by credit card. Credit card is preferred. We will not accept cash for this. I don't believe we accept checks for this, but you can ask Angela in the chat and she will have a better answer for you. But credit card is highly preferred. So please just go that route if possible. But let us know if you have questions on other payment methods and we'll be happy to assist. Whitelist the email WeBankLink at webanklink.org. You will be receiving updates from them and you want to make sure you don't miss them so your application won't get discarded. So please make sure you see those emails, respond in a timely fashion so we can quickly move you through the process. Send all of your responses to Q&As and requests for documents as one response in a timely manner. Again, it's very important that you respond in a timely manner so we can properly move you through the process. We have had instances where we've reached out for more information or more documentation and haven't gotten responses in a timely fashion. And unfortunately, those applications have to start over because they don't fall within that 90-day period. We want to make this as quick and easy as possible. It already is pretty strenuous, but we want to make it a little bit less for you. And be flexible when it comes to your site visits. Most of our site visits are still being done virtually. We do have some that need to be done in person though, so we just ask that you be flexible with us. It's not only our certification team that provides site visits, we do have a committee that will also help out to provide those site visits. So just again, this is important for the timely responses and flexibility so we can align everybody's schedules to get you through the process. And then remember, the process takes 3 to 4 months. So just be patient, have your documents together, respond timely, be flexible, and you'll get through this. So site visits. WeBank requires that all new applicants have a site visit. Please be flexible when scheduling with our team, and a volunteer will be assigned to your site visit or a staff member will be assigned to it. The volunteer is donating their time to meet with you to go over your business. Again, they're confidential. Um, all of our all of our certification committee members are kept confidential. Um, so nobody's information is public. Yours is not public. Your info is safe. Their info is safe on both sides. And then please understand they don't have access to your file. They're just doing the site visit um, to help us out, help you move through the process, and they also don't make the decisions on the status of your application. So after your site visit, don't think that they're the ones that are saying yay or nay. They're just helping us through this process. Uh, don't email them, don't reach out to them for any questions on your application because they simply don't know. Also, for questions on your application status, please submit a support ticket in WeBank link 2.0. That is the best way to get status updates on your application is to submit a support ticket to WeBank Link 2.0. It's not emailing anyone on the team or reaching out to the person that did your site visit. It is strictly through WeBank Link 2.0. Site visits are being conducted virtually, as stated before, except for if you're in the following industries: distribution and manufacturing. We do have to come and see your site in person. If you are in a shared space with another business that is not a WBE, we do have to come and see your site in person. And then if a WeBank ORV staff determines it is necessary, that means if in review of your file, there are a few questions that they have, you do meet the qualifications to have a site visit, but they just want to come in person and make sure things check out, that will happen as well at times. But again, just be flexible and open with whoever is doing your site visit. Then what comes next? Certification can open a lot of doors for new business opportunities if you work the network. The saying, you get in what you put out, really is true. So if you put in the time, the energy, you're in the right headspace to make these connections, you understand that sometimes you do have to play the long game and networking is very important, then you will reap a lot of the benefits that certification has to offer. So number one, showing up to those events that we have. There are tons of events on the regional level, the national level, everywhere. And as stated earlier, once you are certified, doesn't matter which region you're certified in, you can participate in any region's events. And a lot of things are virtual. If you're open to traveling, you can do that as well. But it does make it easier when things are virtual, where you can connect with people in LA and you're in Toledo or wherever. It opens a lot of doors. Upload your certificate to supplier diversity portals. As stated earlier, we will let you all know of any bid opportunities and the best way to submit for these bid opportunities to our corporates and government agencies. A lot of them have that supplier diversity portals, and a lot of times you have to submit to these portals to even be considered for contracts. So once you're in, we highly recommend that you do that. Make a list of the companies you want to go after, see what portals they have, and just submit your information to all of them, and you could be considered easier or more quickly than others by doing that. It's another way to get your foot in the door. Check out the corporate and government member online directory. That is in WeBank Link 2.0. As I said earlier, you'll do your application in there. You can also access our entire WeBank network across the country through that portal. So that means other WBEs. If you're interested in what's out there across the country in your industry, you can check in there. Or if you're interested in our corporate and government members in other regions, you can check there. Keep in mind, though, some companies and some government agencies, they do things a little bit differently depending on what state they're in. But there are some states that have dual business access. I believe New York is one of those that has an agreement with Ohio. So just keep that in mind when you are looking at our directory. Then market yourself as a WeBank WBE. You have access to our logo and our seal. We encourage you to use them as soon as you get certified. We want that extra leg up for you when you're going for these opportunities. Also, we have a lot of different events coming up. I'm not sure if we will continue to have Summit Salute this year, but that has certainly been a very popular event in the past. I do know that our national conference is this month in March. Um, it will be in Denver, Colorado, I want to say March 18th, that week of March 18th. It's a great opportunity to meet other members within the network on the WBE side, the corporate side, and it's open to everybody. You don't have to be certified to attend. So that's also great if you wanted to check it out before you decide to move forward with the application. I think that's a great way to see what the network's about first. Then we also have different business fairs, and WeBEC ORV, we have our Catch the Wave conference, which is in August of this year, August 26th through the 28th, and it will be in Cincinnati, Ohio. We alternate it across the region. So our region includes Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. Last year, we had the conference in Columbus. The year before that, it was in Lexington. So we alternated um, in major cities across our region. So everybody has an opportunity to be represented and to attend. And then join any committees within our organization. WeBEC ORV, we have a lot of committees to choose from. There's certification, there's marketing and communication, there's programming. We have a ton of ways to get involved and to be a leader on the regional level, which will help you if you do want to matriculate through the national level in leadership roles in WeBank. We also have awards that you can be recognized for, more certifications you can receive, and lots of networking opportunities. And also, a lot of our opportunities, events that WeBank ORV has are free, and you don't have to always be certified to attend them. So, if you wanted to get a sneak peek about, see what we're about, highly encourage you to attend some of our events. And then lastly, this is just a snapshot of our team. Our team has actually grown. So we did just add a new member to our team this week, actually. So she's not listed here, but I will just go through. Our executive director is Lenise Smith. Colleen Rudisell is our director of certification and outreach. Robert Moore is our certification manager. Angela Ruff is our certification specialist. And myself, Catherine Macon, I'm the marketing and communications manager. We also have Dr. Kitiana Lowe, who has just joined our team this week as our director of administration, who oversees programming and scheduling needs for our executive director. So thank you all for listening to that. Now, we do want to open it up for any more questions and see if anything is in the chat. Thank you, Angela, for providing some responses. Okay, does anybody have any more questions before we hop off? You can drop them in the chat or come off mute if you would like.
Thank you for the presentation. It definitely helped me understand things a little bit better.
You're welcome, Susie. Not a problem. Thank you for joining us as well. Okay, I don't think we have any more questions, which is great. It looks like Angela has been very thorough in the chat, so thank you so much, Angela, for that. If you do think of any questions later, please feel free to reach out to us. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I saw another chat. No, we don't. But please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. You can contact the entire team at info@webecorv.org. I'll drop that in the chat. That email, any questions that come through will automatically alert our certification team, and someone will be able to get back to you and provide you an answer in a timely fashion. So thank you all again for joining us. It was a pleasure meeting you all. You all have some wonderful businesses. We do hope that you consider the WeBank certification. And before we go, we have some upcoming events that we would love to share. This month, we have some doing business opportunities so you can learn from our supplier diversity and procurement team members from our different corporate organizations within our network. And we have some more upcoming networking events that, again, are open and free to the public. So thank you all again. Have a wonderful rest of the day and a great weekend.
Thank you.